Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of my series. We are simulating the NBA starting from the 1984 season. And in episode 3 we have reached the NBA Finals, the 1984 NBA Finals, where the Celtics of Boston face the Lakers of Los Angeles. Who would have thought this would have been the matchup? It was the matchup in reality, and it's the matchup in the game. After all the simulating we did, it turns out the Lakers and Celtics really are the two best teams in the NBA in the 1984 season. And it's no surprise. Look at all these legends that are in these starting lineups here. And we're going to have game 1 at Lakers Arena, or really should be called the Forum, because that's where they played at that time. I'm going to be doing a little bit of experimenting with this episode, where I'm going to mostly let the announcers do the talking. I've tried to include as much game footage as possible, at least for game 1, and some game footage for other games in this finals series. And instead of me blabbering over the whole thing, I wanted to let the announcers do the talking for the actual game footage, and I'll pop in like a studio guy. Just pop in when I need to pop in, when I'm simcasting, all that stuff. So I'll be popping in from time to time throughout this video, but for now, let's let the announcers go to work.
The NBA Finals are now underway. Johnson, that's for 2. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Bird. Here's Henderson. Good play by Bird to set it up.
I think this is how you get yourself going sometimes. Attack the rim.
He knows what he's doing. No signs of complacency early.
From 18 feet away, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
The sweet spot for Worthy's jumper, this 15 to 20-foot area.
Henderson dishes to Bird. Feeds away. Yep, it counts.
So many different tricks up his sleeve. Makes him a tough matchup.
Here's Cooper. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Bird. Pass to Johnson. That's tipped.
Solid D from Cooper, using that athleticism and sneaky length to deny shots.
Johnson, the pass to Worthy. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Defended by Parrish. He gets it in there.
Look at that work rate. Given the second effort to get the score off the miss.
Up top, Henderson. He's guarded by Johnson. Henderson with it. The pass to Parrish. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. From down low, Robert Parrish comes up with the rebound. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now Henderson. Parrish with the screen on Johnson. Henderson, the 19-footer, is on the money. Henderson's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
We talk a lot about the importance of team chemistry. Cooper, excellent connection right there on the alley-oop.
Now here's Henderson. Johnson left side. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, they'll be looking for more of that. An easy layup right there.
Always nice to get a few easy ones early in a game to build a rhythm.
Cooper, the pass to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Off the left rim and out.
And the D got super lucky he didn't drain that one.
Here's Bird. The Lakers with the rebound. out a bit. The 19-foot shot, and the Lakers get it back. Here's Wilkes. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And so Bird will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Henderson. Back to Bird. On the top of the key, and the basket is good. Bird's got his second basket of the game.
So it's 10-6 Celtics with 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Let's do some simcasting. Let's jump ahead to later in the game. As we see, the Celtics are keeping the lead here, but the Lakers are not too far behind. Here we saw a little bit of a lead change there. And I'm going to stop pretty soon and bring it back to the announcers. Right about, this looks like a good spot. No, right here. All right, back to the announcers.
The Lakers trail. Johnson outside. Pass to McAdoo. No good. That would have tied it. And Mike, they've been careless with the ball tonight. That's hurt them.
Lack of focus, lack of discipline. They're better than this. Larry attacks you in so many ways, showing his natural scoring ability here, filling up the scorecard.
Here's Johnson, following the basket by Larry Bird. Here's Scott. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 9th assist in the game now. And the Celtics shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Here's Buckner. Parrish with the screen on Johnson. Here's Buckner, covered by Johnson. Johnson with some nice D. Here's Wilkes, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Larry Bird.
And Wilkes, one of the more versatile players. I mean, he does everything well on offense, and he's a pretty impressive defender, too.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics. The first free throw is good, and the Lakers making a change here. Rambis is checked in. And it's tied up with that one. 1:30 left here in the second. Carr, the pass to Buckner. Now Carr. Parrish inside. He's against McAdoo. Good. Parrish has got 5 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, with his size and soft touch, Parrish is a very reliable option on the inside.
Here's McAdoo. Lays it up and banks it in. McAdoo's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
When he gets room like that, look out, because he will score.
Here the pass to Bird. Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Bird is really good inside because he uses both hands and that 6'9" frame to get the shot to fall despite solid defensive pressure.
Here's McAdoo. It's good. McAdoo's got 10 points in the game.
Nice pass, creating the opportunity. Great teamwork on that one.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Buckner. Parrish high post. Bird right side. To the paint. Wilkes, good. 12 points for him.
If he doesn't have a shot, McAdoo will give it up. He puts the team first.
Here's Buckner. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Lakers lead by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow.
63-61, Lakers had the lead at halftime, and as we can see here, as I simcast, the game remains close through the end of the third, going into the fourth, although the Celtics jump out to quite the lead here. 11-point lead with just under 12 minutes left to go, but the Lakers are catching up. They are not going to go down without a fight. 7-point lead, 5-point lead as we hit around the midway point of the fourth quarter. This is looking like we can jump back into this game because it's still close. 6-point lead for the Celtics now, and yeah, here we go. Let's go right back to the announcers right now.
Here's the pass to Johnson. McHale up top. Here's Parrish. Second chance shot. McHale trying to free himself. He lays it in. Parrish has got 4 points this quarter.
The long arms of Parrish, using that incredible length to do damage on the offensive glass.
Timeout called the Lakers. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Giants. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Brad Nelson had some words for his team during the break. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. No good from Bird. Lakers trail by 8. Johnson surveying the floor. Passes it to Wilkes. Here's Cooper, covered by Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Lakers passing it around. The 19-foot shot, perfect on this shot. Swishes it through. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 assists. Timeout called the Celtics. And here's Henderson. Pass to Johnson. Back to Henderson. He kicks to Bird. Screen by Parrish. 6 to shoot. They get it back. Shot's good by McHale. McHale's got 9 points here in the second half.
Relentless on the boards. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
Johnson, the pass to Cooper. Johnson against Henderson. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Johnson.
Both offenses, I tell you, are cooking with gas right now.
Boston leading by 6. Henderson passes to Bird. 11 feet away. Here's McHale. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Down low, McHale has a myriad of moves. Just so tough to stop.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
What a feed!
Perfect! Absolutely perfectly timed and placed.
I can't get enough of those.
Time called here. Now here's Henderson. Pass to Bird. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wilkes, the pass to Johnson. Takes it off the glass. Now just a 4-point Boston lead.
This is who this squad wants taking big shots. Johnson is up to the challenge, showing real leadership there.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Worthy against McHale. 14 feet away. Here's Bird. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Such a tremendous all-around shooter. Larry is so good in these situations. In fact, one of the league's best.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Parrish picks one up there.
Such a big body and difficult to match up against. Kareem will get his shot off, but often draws contact.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics. He's perfect from the line this time.
When the game is tight, he is the guy who they want at the stripe. Someone who consistently makes his free throws.
And the pass to Johnson. Parrish outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Passes it to Wilkes. And another assist.
When it comes to distributing the ball, nobody does it better than Magic. When one of his guys has a clean look, the ball is there quickly and on target.
It's Henderson on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Bird. A shot off that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. 1:04 left in the game. Johnson with it. And it's McHale picking him up. Pass to Johnson. Cooper against Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wilkes. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
With everything on the line, cash money right there.
Well, if he's feeling the pressure, he's not showing it.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
The ball is in the hands of the exact right guy. When you have to get a shot, trust Bird to deliver.
And the Lakers call time here. And here is Los Angeles now. A 2-point game. Here's Abdul, and another assist for him.
And that is a gigantic shot from Abdul-Jabbar. This guy does not shy away from the spotlight at all.
Time called here. The Celtics decide. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bird inside. It's in!
That's a critical basket there. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. Can't give up.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Henderson against Johnson. Shoots over Henderson. Oh, missed it.
He made that shot look a lot harder than he needed to. Not sure what he was thinking.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws, and that should put this game away.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For our reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's game. See you later.
117-113. The Boston Celtics get a crucial Game 1 win against the Los Angeles Lakers at the Forum. Bird, McHale all had great games. The Lakers, they kept it close all throughout, but it wasn't enough. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 25 points. Jamal Wilkes with 24, James Worthy with 16, Magic Johnson at 12 and 21, 21 assists, and Cooper had 10 assists. So a lot of great performances from the Lakers, but the Celtics just kept up with them every step of the way, and they pulled ahead. 42 points from Bird is definitely going to do the trick. He's the MVP of the league for a reason. Robert Parrish, the Chief, had 21 and 10. McHale had 17 and 8. Gerald Henderson had 12 points and 8 assists. The Bird and the Celtics are for real, as we all know. And they got game one, so they are on easy street a little bit because they don't need this game necessarily, game two. I'm sure they would love to get it as we simcast through game two of the 1984 finals, and it's looking like this is going to be another close one. Nope, no. Celtics have a commanding lead going into the fourth. I wonder if we even jump into it at all. Let's see here. Actually, we might. 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Lakers can come back. Back to the announcers.
Johnson surveying the floor. Here is Worthy. Good, and Abdul-Jabbar gets the assist.
Nice find by Kareem. He's got such a great understanding of the court.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Henderson kicks to Johnson. Screen by Parrish. Unloads from 13, and he nails the jumper.
Nice shot. DJ loves to go to work in that mid-range area.
The Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Wilkes to the right side. Lakers passing it around. Pass to Cooper. Now Abdul-Jabbar, defended by Parrish. Hook shot on the way, and that one hits back iron. Boston leading by 10. Maxwell, the pass to Henderson. And here is Parrish. Johnson outside. Pocket 6. That's it. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Johnson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul. That's his first foul. McAdoo is checked in for the Lakers. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Cooper. That shot off. McHale with some nice D. Here's Maxwell. Johnson outside. McHale on the wing. Over McAdoo. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And
McHale is a really sexy man. I think that's what the announcer's going to say. Yeah, this looks like it's over. Celtics with a big lead, double digits and beyond. Lakers just could not close in on them. 133-103, the final score. Whoa, man. Magic Johnson, 20 and 13. And Lakers just didn't look like they had much energy from what we saw, from the what little we saw in this game. 33 from Larry Bird is going to do it. Let's check out the beginning, at least, of Game 3 of the 1984 Finals. This one's at the Garden. So, a finals game at the Garden in Boston. This could be a fun one. Let's see if this game is any good, any close, any competitive. Let's take it back out to the announcers.
Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello. And from the sidelines tonight, we have David Aldridge.
Oh, I forgot. There's like a weird silence here as we wait for tip-off to happen. Check out the starting lineups for both teams. And away we
And so
go.
on the tip, it's Boston. Now Henderson. With the floater. Here's Parrish, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Hold on. James Worthy. First personal foul. First team foul.
So that's the very beginning of the game. If you wanted to see a little bit more, I'm sorry, but I was eager to simcast through most of this because I wanted to see if the end of the game was going to be any close. Certainly game 2, it was never really in question. The Celtics had command of that game almost the entire way. And with the 2-0 lead, they don't need this game as much as the Lakers do. And as you can see, Lakers have an early lead in the first quarter. And they actually led 29-25 heading into the second. And yeah, they're maintaining a nice lead. Maybe the Lakers can get this series back in their favor a little bit. If they win this game in the Garden, it definitely helps matters. But of course, their best bet is to win both games at the Garden, tie the series up at 2, and then go back to the Forum for Game 6. Game 5? Game 5. Go back to the Forum for Game 5, and then try and win that game. So, but as you can see, it's third quarter, late in the third. Celtics have gained the lead. Tie game. Now the lead is going back and forth here a bit as we enter the fourth quarter. Definitely a close one. This might be a fun ending. I'm definitely going to jump in at some point in the fourth quarter so we can see how this game concludes. So we're almost about at that point, almost at a good spot here. Let's take it to around the 5-minute mark. 4-point lead. Celtics have. And yeah, right about here.
Johnson, the pass to Buckner. Now here's Parrish. Pass to Johnson. Over Cooper. McHale trying to free himself up. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Relentless on the boards. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
Johnson, the pass to Wilkes. 11 feet away. Worthy trying to break free. That's it.
He said keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
All right, David, thanks. Now here's McHale. Back to Bird. 5 to shoot. Over Wilkes. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Johnson against Henderson. Cooper, the pass to Johnson. Shoots over Henderson. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Johnson.
Nice dime by Cooper that time, making sure the ball got to the shooter right on target.
Johnson kicks to Bird. Inside. And it's Parrish missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Passes it to Cooper to tie it up. And again, it's the Lakers.
How about Cooper taking advantage of the opportunity there? Gets himself open and cashes in.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Boy, they've been...
Here's Henderson. On the wing, Bird. Looks for Parrish. Gets it to him. And it's good. 2 points. Parrish has got 6 points in the quarter.
Big shot that time from Robert Parrish. This is why his guys trust him so much. He delivers.
Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Cooper. Here's Wilkes. The kick out to work. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Cooper. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Johnson inside. Worthy on him. Johnson's shot is off. The Lakers trade. Johnson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Worthy. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
No surprise there. It's big game James. What do you expect? Living up to his name is what he does.
And that drops, so they now lead by one.
He's basically all.
Here's Henderson. Johnson outside. Back to Henderson. Pass to McHale. That one doesn't go. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, there wasn't much there in terms of defensive pressure. I'm sure he'd like another crack at that shot.
And here's Henderson. Pass to Johnson. Parrish with the screen on Cooper. Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. And here's Abdul-Jabbar. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by one. Here's Worthy. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Talking about much in the clutch. Great to see him come through right there.
Big time shot for sure. It's got to help his confidence as well as his team's.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, the and one is big, making this now a two-possession game.
To the middle. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, Johnson is really one of the more unique point guards that we've had in the game over the years. And he's able to do it with style and substance.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
You never want to leave points at the line, especially when you're trying to build on your lead.
Pass to Johnson. Screen by Parrish. Shot to stop the run. Another shot. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
The team needed someone to step up. It's Robert Parrish, a clutch performer.
Well, you know, he had to stop the clock, so that really was the best thing he could have done there.
Yep, can't just let the other team drain the clock when it's close like this.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
One of the things you like about Cooper is how he sees the floor. This guy is in.
But it is still possible.
16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Henderson against Johnson. Henderson passes to Johnson. Puts up a 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our 2K team.
Okay, there you have it. Lakers beat the Celtics in Game 3, 116-112. The series is now 2-1 with Boston maintaining the series lead. But Kareem, Magic Johnson, James Worthy all had great games. And they definitely played with a little bit more energy than they did in Game 2. And they have a chance. If they can get Game 4 in the Boston Garden, they can win that game. They have a chance. Let's see here. Let's see if this game, Game 4, is any close. Maybe we'll jump in if it is. But I'm kind of eager to get to Game 5 because that might be a juicy one. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Tie game as we reach the end of the first. Actually, the end of the first quarter was 29-25, just like in the previous game. Lakers looks like they're starting to settle in this series. They're starting to get back into things here. But whoa, oh man, Celtics. Celtics scored 35 points to the Lakers 18 in the third quarter, and they got a double-digit lead now, which isn't great for the Lakers at all. They're reaching the 5-minute mark, and it's still a 13-point lead. This isn't looking like a game worth jumping into. Looks like the Celtics are maintaining control throughout. Yeah, 11-point lead. No, it's not going to happen. Celtics are going to take Game 4 and take a 3-1 series lead, which is not great for the Lakers. They're going to go back to the Forum, but now they got to win 3 straight. And against the Celtics team, that might be impossible. But let's take it back out to the Forum for Game 5. This could be an elimination game for the Lakers if they lose it. There could be a celebration for Boston if they end up winning the series. And we can already see, as I simcast through the first half, the Celtics have a lead that's a 30-point lead now in the fourth quarter. So yeah, this is over. It's a wrap, guys. I will take it to the last 30 seconds, and let's watch Boston celebrate their championship. Let's watch the last 30 seconds of this game and the championship celebration.
Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar.
You know, Kareem is a natural-born leader, on and off the court. Guys are always ready to rally behind him and follow his lead.
And both free throws good for Abdul-Jabbar. And the Celtics with possession here. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Maxwell. Back to Giles. Redmond the pass to McHale. Shot clock at 6. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson outside. And the Boston Celtics have done it. They are now the NBA champions.
Thank you, everyone, for making it out and supporting.
Oh, to be crowned a champion on the road is something else. To win and to do it with a crowd that was so emotional and so into this game, you've beaten the team and you've conquered everything that this great arena holds.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd. But our full credit to the visitors and the amazing job they did to never lose focus or drive. And boy, this is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even if they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, that does not take anything away from the satisfaction.
Now, let's take you to the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. NBA Commissioner doing the honors.
So as you can see there, Larry Bird holding up the Larry O'Brien Trophy as the Celtics win their 15th championship in franchise history, beating the Lakers 4-1 in the series. Kareem, James Worthy, Magic Johnson had valiant performances, but it wasn't enough. Larry Bird and Kevin McHale and the rest of the Boston Celtics were just too much for them. And I think that the wind got knocked out of them after they lost Game 4, and they just came back to the form. And the Celtics were just too strong for them. Larry Bird wins the Finals MVP, as you would expect. Look at those averages. Very solid performance by him. And that does it for the playoffs for the 1984 season. That wraps things up. Of course, we still have a draft to get to. It's a big one. The 1984 draft, a classic. Not many people retired during this offseason. No one of note. Sorry to Ersan Morgan, but we don't know you. Historic changes. We got a rule change. Player fouled in transition with a clear path. Receives 2 free throws. The Jazz uniforms will change. The Pacers uniforms will change. And the San Diego Clippers will be relocated to Los Angeles. So those are the changes coming to the 1984-1985 season. It'll be interesting to see the Clippers in Los Angeles for the first time in this series. We saw a little bit of them in San Diego. Of course, that team was never really worth jumping into throughout the season. And here's the draft. Let's see what happens in the 1984 draft. The first pick belongs to the Chicago Bulls. And David Stern is going to announce it. Okay, I'll announce it instead, actually. I don't think he actually announces it. They should do that. They should resurrect David Stern and have him announce the draft picks for the 80s, 90s portion. And okay, enough of my blabbering, because Michael Jordan is the number 1 draft pick. The Chicago Bulls have selected Michael Jordan, 6'6", 216 pounds, from North Carolina. Michael Jordan is the number 1 pick. Shooting guard. We'll see if he's any good. I heard a lot of good things about him. Hakeem Olajuwon is the second pick. Houston Rockets get him just like they did in real life. So we're going to see Hakeem and Ralph Sampson together, which I am interested in seeing. It happened in real life, and I want to see what it looks like in 2K. And maybe Ralph Sampson stays healthy throughout his career, and they could be a real tandem. Twin Towers before Robinson and Tim Duncan. Maybe. We'll see if they can be that good. Charles Barkley, the third pick. The Dallas Mavericks get Charles Barkley. They made the playoffs in '84 with Mark Aguirre and Rolando Blackman. And now they add Charles Barkley to their team. That is very interesting. Washington Bullets now have the 4th pick. Let's see who they end up getting. John Stockton. Future Hall of Famer John Stockton is now a Washington Bullet, 6'1" out of Gonzaga. Really the original great Gonzaga player, the guy who put Gonzaga on the map, I guess. He's the number 4 pick for the Bullets. Kansas City Kings select Alvin Robertson, who I looked up. He had a pretty nice season, or pretty nice career, I should say, throughout the 80s, and then kind of fell off. So he's a nice pick. We'll see what he ends up doing for the Kings as they play out their last season in Kansas City and then go to Sacramento. Sam Perkins, another really solid player, solid role player in real life. He's going to be a Clipper. He's also from North Carolina, just like Michael Jordan. So that's pretty cool. Atlanta Hawks select Jay Humphries. I don't know too much about him, and I don't know if we'll see much of him because Doc Rivers is starting point guard for the Hawks. The Los Angeles Clippers get another pick in the first round, Sam Bowie. So Sam Bowie, who was the number 2 pick in real life, picked over Jordan by the Blazers in real life. Now he's down here at picked 8, and he gets picked by the Clippers. Blazers select Tim McCormick, center out of Michigan. Again, I'm not sure if we'll see much from him. Let's see who the 76ers pick. They pick Michael Cage, who had a pretty solid career in real life, and we'll see if he ends up being anything for the 76ers. Kevin Willis, who also had a long career in the NBA in real life, 7 foot out of Michigan State. He's going to be a New Jersey Net, at least for the start of his career. So they got Kevin Willis, which is he's a good pick. He's a good one. I mean, after the first 4 players, first 5, you have some solid vets eventually, some solid role players. Let's see, anybody else good? Otis Thorpe, I know that name. He's a Pacer, 6'10", from Providence. 76ers have another pick, Jeff Turner, small forward out of Vanderbilt. Hoping none of these guys, we don't end up having any generics in this draft. We shouldn't because this is not NBA 2K's draft. It's someone made this class. Jerome Kersey, he's real. He's a Spur. Rick Tate, that sounds made up, and his number is 90 something, so that's not good. Point guard for the Suns. Hopefully we don't see much of him because I'm pretty sure he's not real. I could be wrong though. We have a trade to announce. Tree Rollins and Vince Kelly for 2 first-round picks. I let the CPU do some trades during the draft because I wanted to add some chaos to the proceedings, and it looks like this is an interesting one. Tree Rollins. So I guess the Mavericks, now that they have Barkley, and they have a good team already with Mark Aguirre and Rolando Blackman, I guess they decided that they want to add another really good player to their team. Tree Rollins. So Tree Rollins, Mark Aguirre, Charles Barkley, Rolando Blackman, Brad Davis, and then they have a young Derek Harper and Dale Ellis on the bench. The Mavericks are going to be for real. They're going to be a good team for a long time in this sim. John Stockton, I don't know who else the Bullets really have, but it should be fun to see him not in a Jazz uniform and see if he ends up getting paired up with Karl Malone. If the Bullets are bad enough, maybe they get Karl Malone in the 85 draft. So we'll see if that ends up happening. Other than that, draft not too interesting, but there's some solid role players, or guys who will become solid role players joining these teams. So, but of course, the real deal is Michael Jordan to the Bulls, Hakeem Olajuwon to the Houston Rockets. So they were there in real life, and they are in this sim joining those teams. And I plan on trying to replicate building those squads just like they were built in real life. I also did some trades that happened in real life around this time. Kiki Vandeweghe to the Blazers in exchange for a bunch of really good players that the Denver Nuggets got, and then there was also a trade: Terry Cummings, Ricky Pierce, and Craig Hodges to the Bucks for Marquez Johnson and Junior Bridgman to the Los Angeles Clippers. That's a real trade that happened, and I wanted to replicate it. I wanted to see Terry Cummings on the Bucks. Okay. So this is what the rosters look like going into the 1985 season. 76ers are mostly running it back, but they got Michael Cage, the rookie. They also added Andrew Toney, who should have been on the previous roster, but NBA2K didn't have him for some reason. But I was able to find him from a different roster, from a custom roster, and added him. I added a couple of players to these teams in a similar manner. Sidney Moncrief and Terry Cummings. The Bucks could be interesting. 2 guys with over a 90 overall, and they got Bob Lanier still, Paul Pressey, Ricky Pierce. They're a pretty solid group. They already made the playoffs last season, and I don't see a reason why they couldn't do it again this season. Maybe be even better than they were last season. So they are a solid squad. Alton Lister's down there. Nate Archibald is still there. Tiny. You got Washington Bullets. They have Jeff Rulin, and then Jeff Malone, and then John Stockton. Rick Mahorn, who eventually becomes a Piston and probably does in this series too. Did we get a glimpse at so there's John Stockton in a Bullets uniform. It's about what you would expect. And there's him showing it off for you guys. John Stockton is a Bullet. How about that? I don't know if we're going to be jumping into too many Bullets games. We'll see. Here's Michael Jordan on the Bulls. Michael Jordan in the old Bulls uniforms. I think he only wears these uniforms actually during his rookie season. So enjoy it while it lasts. His team is pretty subpar, but if I remember correctly, he did bring this team in real life to the playoffs level. It'll be interesting to see if he can get this Bulls team into the playoffs in this sim. We got Billy Knight. We got Chris Giles. Is he a real player? I hope he is. Orlando Woolridge. We got the Cavaliers. World Be Free. Cliff Robinson. I traded Johnny Davis from the Atlanta Hawks to the Cavs, just like in real life. And, any trades that happened in real life that I could replicate, I wanted to replicate because I wanted the 85 season to feel as close to the actual 85 season as I could, because there's nothing that really happened that would have changed these scenarios. All these trades that happened in real life, I didn't see a reason why they wouldn't happen still. Celtics, they're running it back, although they did, just like in real life, they got rid of Gerald Henderson is now a Seattle Supersonic, and so they're going to make way for Danny Ainge, who's going to be their starting shooting guard for the season, and Dennis Johnson, their starting point guard. This is the Clippers with Marquez Johnson, Norm Nixon still there, Bill Walton still there. They got their rookie Sam Bowie. Junior Bridgman is not a rookie, but he was part of the Bucks trade. And then they got Sam Perkins down there. He's a 75 overall. I hope he develops as time goes on. Here's Sam Bowie in a Clippers uniform. Maybe he turns out pretty good. He was not quite a bust, if people think. He was hurt. That was the problem with him. He got hurt a lot. That's why he's considered a bust. Dominique Wilkins. We got Antoine Carr, who wasn't in the NBA 2K rosters. I guess he was signed as a rookie free agent in the '85 season, and I remember Carr back in the day, and so I wanted him to be in this game and be on the Hawks team just like he was in real life. They also got Livingston from the Pistons as part of a trade. The trade actually was Antoine Carr and Livingston from the Pistons to the Hawks in exchange for Roundfield, who you'll see when we get to the Pistons. So they got Doc Rivers still. They got Eddie Johnson, who I imported. He wasn't on the roster for the 83 or 84 season, but he's here now. I was able to get him. So again, like I said, I got as many of the actual players who were missing from the 84 season onto their teams for the 85 season. Here's the Jazz. Nothing much has changed here. They're pretty much the same team. Of course, they didn't get John Stockton in the draft. Did they even have a draft? I'm not even sure who they drafted in this sim. But they still got Dantley, who's elite. They got Ricky Green, Daryl Griffith. They're still a really solid team, but they're going to be a team that ages out and eventually tanks, I guess, as we get to the 90s. Kansas City Kings, they got another Eddie Johnson. There's two Eddie Johnsons in this league, and they're both real. So we got Eddie Johnson on the Kings, Larry Drew, LaSalle Thompson, Reggie Theus, who was part of the trade during the middle of the last season. Got traded from the Bulls. Alvin Robertson is here. It's a bit of a logjam at shooting guard, so it'll be interesting to see how Robertson develops. And yeah, the Kings, I don't know if we'll be seeing much of them this season. The Knicks, hopefully they do the smart thing and tank for Patrick Ewing. They only have Bernard King and Bill Cartwright. I looked it up, and Bill Cartwright was actually hurt throughout the entire 85 season, and that's what made the Knicks so bad. They were able to draft Patrick Ewing in real life. So I don't think he's going to be hurt here, but hopefully they can still tank somehow and get Ewing. I want Ewing to the Knicks. I'm just going to make it clear. He belongs there. He belongs in New York. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Lakers, they're running it back. No major changes here. Then the Dallas Mavericks, here we go. Mark Aguirre, 93 overall. Rolando Blackman, 85 overall. Barkley. Tree Rollins, who was traded from the Hawks to the Mavericks. Not my idea, but when it happened, I'm for it. I'm for it. They really want to make a push. I want to see a team really try to take on the Lakers. And there's a brief glimpse of Charles Barkley on the Mavericks. And yeah, we'll see some Barkley. We'll see some Barkley as the 85 season rolls along. So that is pretty cool. Brad Davis, they still have him. They got Jay Vincent, who I guess he was originally their starter. Now he's going to be coming off the bench, which I don't think he's too happy about. That's why his numbers, his ratings are down in a lot of different categories. You got Derek Harper, who eventually takes over for Brad Davis. And yeah, so the Mavericks, I think I don't know if they're going to be able to take the Lakers on in the playoffs for real, but they could be an interesting challenge. The Nets, Buck Williams, Birdsong, Daryl Dawkins, King, Cook, they're pretty much running it back. They got Kevin Willis, the rookie, Michael Ray Richardson still there. So the Nets, hopefully they'll be as fun as they were last season. Alex English and Dan Issel, Calvin Fat Lever. So Nat and Lever are part of the Kiki Vandeweghe trade. So Vandeweghe's now on the Blazers, and Lever and Nat are on the Nuggets, just like in real life. I also screwed up. Wayne Cooper was supposed to be on the Nuggets too, but he ended up on the Supersonics. We'll get to the Supersonics soon. Clark Kellogg, Herb Williams, Sichting, Stepanovic, Otis Thorpe, rookie, George Johnson, I think there's multiple George Johnsons in the league in real life and in this sim. I wanted to give you a brief glimpse of the 85 draft. We got Ewan, we got Chris Mullen, we got the X-Men, Xavier McDaniel, Karl Malone, the Mailman, Joe Dumars, Deadlift Shrimp, Charles Oakley. This is a pretty nice draft. You know, Hot Rod Williams, Manute Bol, that's fun. I actually really want to see Manute Bol in this game. That could be a lot of fun. Terry Porter ended up being a key piece of those Blazers teams that made the finals. Spud Webb's here. We'll see if he can dunk in the game just like in real life. So yeah, this is a fun class. Not necessarily an elite class, although 84 draft after like 4 guys, it's kind of as good as this class. I would say the 85 class is kind of deep, secretly deep. They got, I think, AC Green's in here somewhere. Mario Ellie's in here somewhere. There he is. There's Mario Ellie. He ended up winning 3 championships with the Spurs and the Rockets in the 90s. And yeah, so he's here too. And okay, let's continue with the rosters. Pistons, they got Roundfield down here. He's part of that trade with the Hawks, where they traded Antoine Carr and Livingston. So the Pistons are mostly running it back, except for that trade. Let's see if that makes them any better. We'll see if that gets them further into the playoffs. They made it to the second round of the East in the last season. Let's see if they get further than that. Rockets, they got Sampson. They got Gus Williams, and here's Hakeem Olajuwon now on the Rockets. I say Gus Williams. Gus Williams was originally on the Supersonics. He got traded in real life to the Washington Bullets, but I figured this was the only major difference I made between real life and the sim. Gus Williams should be a Bullet, but because John Stockton was drafted by the Bullets, I figured it wouldn't make any sense to hinder Stockton's development. So instead of putting Gus Williams in the Bullets, I had him go to the Rockets. So we'll see if he helps elevate the Rocket squad along with Keem and Sampson. Here's the Spurs. They got some aging vets and Gervin and Artis Gilmore and Mike Mitchell, who I imported. He wasn't in the roster last year, and he's here now. Johnny Moore's on the Spurs as well. Suns, they're also getting a bit old. Larry Nance is still there. He's 25, so he's like their star player. He's like the main guy, but other than that, they're kind of getting old. We'll see if they can still make noise in the playoffs. Walter Davis was kind of fun to watch. Supersonics, we'll see if anything happens with them. They didn't really do much. They missed the playoffs, and did they even have a draft pick? Jack Sigma's there, Tom Chambers, David Thompson. They got Joe Henderson as part of that Celtics trade. We'll see if this team's any good. Al Wood is there. Alan Leavell, he was a Rocket. He was part of the trade that brought Gus Williams to the Rockets, and so is Reed. Reed was also part of that trade. So here's the Blazers. Kiki Vandeweghe, he's the star player of the Blazers now after that trade. Jim Paxson, who was really fun to watch during the Sims. Clyde Drexler, Kenny Carr, is that who it is? Kenny Carr, Michael Thompson. Still a pretty good squad. Darnell Valentine. We'll see. We'll see if anything happens with the Blazers. We'll see if they're any good after this trade that they made in real life. They made this trade in real life. We'll see if it works out for them in the sim. This is the last team, I believe. The Warriors, Purvis Short, John Barry Carroll, and Sleepy Floyd, Wayne Cooper at the 5 position. Yeah, we'll see if the Warriors are any good. I'm not sure. We didn't really watch them at all in the last season, but we'll see. We'll see if they have some good players up top there. Purvis Short, Barry Carroll, and Sleepy Floyd, Wayne Cooper, but the rest of their squad is kind of mid. And this is a little preview for the next episode. We're going to be seeing quite a bit of Michael Jordan and other rookies from the 84 class. And strap in for that. I mean, like and subscribe this channel because and hit that bell too, because you want to be notified for episode 4, because we're going to be seeing a lot of this particular gentleman right about, right about here. There he is, MJ. I hope you're ready to see lots and lots of MJ in episode 4, because I'm going to give him to you. There's MJ Duncan. Just a little tease. Stay tuned for the next episode. This is Nutty Sports Gamer. Like and subscribe.